Ladies and gentlemen, today I will be dispelling more copium. Yeah. Slight misconception that some people have, right? Especially religious folk, right? Obviously, I think, being religious is good, things of that nature, right? But there's one cope that some people have where it's like, oh, like all men want this like virgin, low mileage girl. But the religious girls, right? The Catholic girls, whatever it is, they also want a guy that is like a virgin, right? Or is pure and sacred. This is so far from the truth, it hurts, right? Like it hurts, like it's aching me just saying this. Yeah. And I'm going to explain why. Okay. So if we really break it down, when we get into arguments, right? When women get into arguments and they're going back and forth, one of the first insults always thrown is slut, right? Like, oh, Tracy's a slut. Like, fuck Stacy, she's a slut, whatever it is, right? It's the first line that they're throwing at each other. They're calling each other hoes, calling each other sluts. Why is that, right? Really break it down. Why is that? Why is that like a bad term? It's because there are actually differences between genders, right? I hate to say it, but there are differences. Yeah. That's the first thing they're throwing out there because they're saying the other girl is like impure, right? And women are obviously the gatekeepers of sex. So they're saying that she's a bad gatekeeper, right? And she's letting everyone have sex with her at the end of the day. And that's an insult. And women are saying that to women. It's not just men that are saying that to women, it's women on women. But you've never heard two guys fight each other and argue and one guy call another guy a slut. That shit does not happen, right? It doesn't work that way. And the thing is that, me or whoever it is, if I'm talking about my experiences, guys will be like, oh, this guy is like a playboy. He's the man, right? He's an alpha. Like he has sex with girls, whatever it is, right? It's more of like a compliment, right? It's like people are actually complimenting you on something. A woman cannot do the same thing. It's not that people are not complimenting her, right? People are shaming her. So it's different, right? It's different that way. So that's the first thing you need to really conceptualize and understand, right? But no woman, right? I want to say 99% of women do not want an incompetent man with no experience, right? I hate to break it to you. I'm sorry, right? But this is just the case. If you're incompetent and you have zero experience, congratulations, right? If you did it truly for religious reasons, but that's not what women want, right? They want competence. No single girl I've talked to in my entire goddamn life has had an issue with my kill count, right? Or my experiences. And it's not a matter of me saying my experiences. I don't do that, right? I'm not going to tell everyone everything that I've done. But the competence that has come from the experience that I've had is, it's eminent, right? You can feel it. And that's what women are attracted to, right? Is that feeling of competence. This guy's been here before. This guy's done this before. This guy has experience, right? So it's a positive feedback loop when you gain that experience because women are attracted to it. But without that experience, if you think you're just good to go, like every woman's going to be attracted to you, whatever it may be, like understand you're missing basically the most fundamental component, right? Which is that feeling of experience and true confidence when it comes to that, right? And you can't really gain that true confidence with women and being direct with women without the experience. Yeah. So keep that in mind, right? You can't really use that as cope. It just doesn't make sense. We're different. Men and women are just different. I'm sorry.